You are a Russian immigrant. Why did you start participating in idle movement?
On a moral level, it can build new identity for a new struggle where people look at each other as humans that have to share this planet, because environmental awareness is something that is on its way. And it seems to me that the Idle No More has the potential to mobilize more people, not just the native, but a lot of settlers. When I came to Canada, I knew already how different social system worked and how different culture worked. So in a way, being an outsider and being able to look at people's beliefs that they take for granted as if they are kind of fictional, like just being able to be an outsider, not being born and grown in this culture, gave me an interesting perspective. Plus learning about capitalism as it is, all the social theories, the Marx, Weber, Durkheim. I got sociology major and psychology minor. Honors BA. I don't believe in individual struggles. None of them are individual. Everything that is personal is social. Let's say if I'm struggling with getting daycare funds or whatever it is, doesn't it make it a social issue that there are no subsidies for the children? So every aspect of our personal life, you can actually trace all the way to the social structure, why it is the way it is. Activism, for me, is something that needs to get out. It's something that I feel passionate about, that I can reason through and see the answers to certain things. I did participate with the Coalition for Better Childcare because I'm passionate about it.
Why do you care about the environment so much while you're living in the city and the environment doesn't affect you?
Oh, it does. I'm living right above the highway. It does affect me. When I was sitting outside with my son when he was much younger on the playground, coming home and blowing my nose, I could see that it was black. And I was thinking, what are the body of laws that have more weight to protect the people, to protect the environment? And I actually looked at the treaties. I realized, okay, they seem to have more power, but there's not so much disciplinary power. Going to court, it requires a lot of money. If the judge's decision is not enforced, you have to come back, file another costly case, and get enforcement, but it can be years and years. And while you're fighting in court, guess what? The corporation is still cutting down your trees or building roads or whatever it is. The colonial thinking that stripped native people of dignity and therefore respect for them runs really deep. The traumas they went through are so real. I've seen what happened to them. And it's surprising to see how unbroken they can still be when they're together, when they're joking, laughing, when they're sharing. They're really real. There's definitely self-determination. They still have connection to the land. I think that's where they get this kind of a strength and resilience. One of the most radical first actions that happened in Sarnia really inspired me, because Sarnia is the chemical valley. It was named one of the most polluted places in North America.
And there's a First Nations reserve.
There's Aamjiwnaang native territory in Sarnia. Actually, you'll be surprised to see how close it is to the factories. The people who work in the factories live a little bit at the distance, right? So while at the factory, they can get exposed to the chemicals, but they get to go home a little bit at the distance. But the native people are living right there. I just got information from the people I know that they're there. That's what's happening. And I was following the news. And I thought, I'm going to go there. My son was at the time visiting his father for the Christmas and New Year's time. So when I came and I saw the blockade and what was happening there, I was like, this is awesome. This is exactly the thing to empower people in one way and to let the companies know that they're not all powerful, that they also have to listen to people. It's also about not thinking that the humans inherited the earth, that it's all resources. Same as human labor is not resources that can be used for profit. Civil disobedience did work, even though it was against the law. You know, Rosa Parks refused to go to the back of the bus. Right now, we're looking at it like, of course, who made up this law? So, bringing up people's awareness to the issues that they may not be aware at the time. You invite people to critically think about issues that in everyday life are under the surface. I've built amazing relationships with people that do this type of work. I do call it work. It's unpaid, but it is. We share thoughts, ideas, and just knowing that they exist kind of helps me ground myself and have hope.